We all love Star Wars and those really cool ship battles, but there are a few things that just wouldn't make sense. Can you spot the mistake in this next scene?
Snap, they're on your tail! Yeah, I see him! No, snap! Snap!
If you said all of the above, unfortunately you're right. But we're gonna focus on this one today. Many of you have heard the expression that in space, no one can hear you scream, because there is no sound there, right? First place, sound is essentially caused by vibrations transferring energy through a medium that is usually air on Earth. When something vibrates, it causes motion in surrounding air molecules. These molecules bump into the closest molecules, causing them to vibrate, producing a chain reaction till they run out of energy. So what's the difference about space? Well, it's a vacuum. No, not that kind of vacuum. A vacuum in terms of science is an entirely empty space with no matter whatsoever. So in space, there is no air, no medium for vibrations to travel through, and no particles in a normal gap of nothingness between cosmic bodies to vibrate, so no sound. But what about the news about how the space sounds like? Are they fake? Although we just reminded ourselves that space is a vacuum, it should be clarified that it isn't totally empty. There's actually a type of wave that doesn't need any molecules like air to move, the electromagnetic waves. But there's one little problem, we can't hear it. These waves fall within the ULF range with frequencies from fractions of millihertz to 1 hertz. In other words, it's undetectable to human hearing, but satellites can still observe them. So scientists took a year's worth of these recordings, dramatically speed up their playback, and condensed them to just 6 minutes of audio at frequencies within the human auditory range. Enjoy the sounds of the universe. Another example is gravitational waves. These stretch and shrink spaces can be detected through the distortion or vibration of space between masses, but need to be amplified a billion times to be audible. To sum up, there's a lot of sound in space, we just can't hear it. Actually, we're lucky that's the case, otherwise the sound of the sun would scream at an impressive 100 decibels to us on Earth. Like hearing a rock concert all day, every day. But what do planets in our system sound like though? Well, for the answer, I recommend checking the video The Sounds of Space by Melody Sheep, which goes much more deeply into this subject. Link is in the description. Have a wonderful day and bye! I'm out.